Hi there, it's Carol here. I'm a plant-based RN, wife and mother of two, and founder of Lift to Rise. And I'm trying to empower others to take charge of their health by using whole food ingredients. So today is Cinco de Mayo, and I'm making my famous cabbage roll enchiladas. I have the filling all prepared here. I actually rolled a couple of them up. So it's just like a regular enchilada, but you roll them in cabbage leaves. So that saves on the, I try to stay away from white flour, try to use whole food ingredients. These cabbages have been steamed. I just put the whole head of cabbage, cut the core out, and put it in my big pot, steam it until the leaves start to fall off, and then I'm stuffing them with my enchilada filling. And I actually made a homemade enchilada sauce I'm going to use, and I will link the recipe below. It's absolutely amazing, 10 times better than any canned enchilada sauce you could buy. I also made some of my homemade Nacho cheese sauce. That is the best recipe out there. This stuff is liquid gold. It's good on everything, but especially good on these enchiladas. So can't wait to show you this recipe. It's one of my all-time favorites. So I have the cabbage leaves, they're steamed. They're nice and soft. Even the rib part is soft, which I like. And it makes like a little cup for you. And then I'm putting the filling in, just like quarter cup of filling. You don't want them too full, but you want it to be a nice big bite in the middle. So I'll tell you what I have in the filling. I sauteed an onion and a red bell pepper, and I just saute them in water. I don't use any oil in my cooking at all. And then I added it to my bowl with, I like to use all different kinds of beans. Today I used 1 can of refried beans and 1 can of black beans. I really love refried beans. They're so creamy and delicious. So I get the oil-free kind, of course, and I love to put them in my enchiladas. It kind of helps them stick together too because they're so nice and creamy. And then I also used, so a can of black beans, a can of refried beans. I used 1 cup of frozen corn. It just thaws out on its own when you put it in, mix it in with the hot peppers and onions. And what else did I use? I put some spices in there. A tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of cumin, a teaspoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of paprika, and a teaspoon of oregano. Those are kind of my standard Mexican spices that I like to use. They taste really good together. They're really good on everything, but they're super good in these enchiladas. So the filling is all whole foods, and it's loaded with fiber and protein. So this is an excellent dish for Cinco de Mayo, or really any day. I love to make a big pot of this. Sometimes I have enough to make like 2 dishes of it, and then I have it to eat all week. Just have 1 or 2 of these with a big side salad or a side of like sauteed zucchini or something. I love to have it with other vegetables just to even make it even less calorie dense. So what I love about eating whole foods is that you can really eat as much whole plant foods as you want. You don't ever have to count calories again. We're just eating all foods that are loaded with micronutrients and fiber and protein, everything your body needs. And we're staying away from those processed foods and junk foods, staying away from things like dry foods like bread and crackers and bagels. Those don't really have a lot of nutrition for our bodies, and we don't really need them. And if you stay away from those foods and eat whole plant foods, you really can eat as much as you want, and you don't have to worry about counting calories ever again. So what I do is I put a little scoop in the middle, fold the sides in, and then just roll it up to make a little package. Whoop. Almost dropped that one. But you can see that my dish is filling up. I'm getting like almost there. I'm just gonna keep rolling these up, and I'll show you how I top them. And then I'll show you what they look like when they come out of the oven. So stay tuned. Okay, so all of my enchiladas are in their wrappers. I have 1 pan that's full. Look at that, look how beautiful they look. And then I have another one I did in my pie dish that has 4 extra. And I have a bunch of leftover cabbage, which is so good, steamed cabbage. I like to just chop it up and put salt on it. It's so good, and cabbage is amazing for you. Did you know that it fights cancer? All of these foods are good at fighting cancer, anti-aging. So here's my homemade enchilada sauce. I'm just gonna pour it on top. It's pretty spicy. I put a whole hatch chili that my friend Lara brought me back from New Mexico, and it's a roasted hatch chili. I had a bunch of them in my freezer, but I ate them all, and it's pretty spicy. I put the whole thing in there, but it's so, I love spice, and it's perfect for me. And I'm gonna put some on this guy too, right down the middle. Yum, yum. That looks so good. So I'm gonna pop these in the oven. I have it at 375. I'm gonna put a little bit more on this one. And these are gonna be so amazing when they come out. Perfect for Cinco de Mayo. So make yourself a margarita, and I'll show you what they look like when they come out. Okay guys, enchiladas are out of the oven. This place smells amazing, and these look so good. Let me show you what they look like. Okay, can you see? I top them with some of my homemade cheese sauce that's made from plants, and a few black olives and some chopped green onion, and they are ready to eat. They got all nice and toasty and baked up. I'm serving them, of course, with a huge salad with my vegan ranch. I'll give you the recipe for that too, just to get even more veggies in. And I have 2 of these bad boys, and let's give it a try. That cabbage is so soft and sweet. It's an amazing contrast to the spicy sauce. I put a little bit of salsa on top as well, and I really hope you guys try this out. Super filling, hearty, and delicious. It's something you can make and eat all week long. Something everybody in the family will love. Everybody loves these Mexican flavors and enchiladas. I recommend making half of your plate veggies at every meal, and then the other half, whatever you're having. You know, your casserole, your chili, your soup, baked potatoes, whatever it is you're having on the other side. But always, if you eat all this and you're still hungry, have seconds or thirds, but just make sure that you eat the same thing again. Half of your plate is veggies, and you don't have to worry about counting calories. These are all whole food, plant-based foods that are loaded with fiber and nutrients. So I hope you guys have a great Cinco de Mayo and try these enchiladas out. You're really gonna love them. Have a great day.